31. Graph the polynomial function y equals 2x times x plus 2 times x plus 1. First of all, let's let y be 0. Okay, put a 0 right here. Then we'll find out what x is when y is 0. We call that zeros. We're finding the zeros. Anyway, when we split this thing up, we're going to have 2x is 0. And we divide by 2 and get x is 0. Or we're going to have this middle one's going to be 0, in which case subtract 2, we'll get x is negative 2. Or the third one. One of these three has to be 0, see? Either this is 0, or this is 0, in which case we subtract 1, we get x is negative 1. So when y is 0, either x is going to be 0, or x is negative 2, or x is negative 1. Okay? So there's my 3 zeros. That's 3 points that satisfy this equation here. Now I want to find out what happens when f is 1. Okay, we're going to plug a 1 in here, a 1 in here, and a 1 in here. Okay, so you're going to have 2 times 1, you're going to have 2 times 3, and you're going to have 2 times 2, aren't you? 2 times 1, 2 times 3 times 2 is going to be 12. Okay, so f of 1 is 12. Now that gives me some points. 3 points on my graph right here. Here's one of the points. There's another one. There's another one. And there's another one. Now, which one of these graphs does that? Okay. Which one of these graphs passes through a negative 2, a negative 1, a 0? There's negative 2, negative 1, 0. Looks like it's going to be this one. Negative 2, negative 1, 0. Well, it could be this one. I don't know if it's this one or this one. This doesn't go through negative 2 and negative 1. So you can scratch this one out. And neither does this one. Negative 2, negative 1. So it's either going to be like this or like this. And this 112 is going to tell us we're going to be up here. This one doesn't go through 112. So we're going to pick this one. Now, just for the fun of it, let me show you what happens in PowerPoint when we go through these points. If I say I'm going to draw an auto shape, draw a line, we're going to draw a curve. Let me show you what happens. I'm going to start my curve right here, come down and go through this point. You see what happens? I'm going through this point, and my next point, and look how it automatically puts this little curve down here. There's my next point. Here's my last point. Now, if my graph stopped right there, it wouldn't know what to do. But when it says, hey, I'm going down here, look how it goes up a little bit. Isn't that neat? So it automatically graphed it for me. This goes through this point, this point, this point, this point. It says it has to look like this. Of course, what I do is I can add a little like that, a little bit of thicker line. It was like this, see? Make a little bit thicker line. Huh? I can color it red if I want, or color it blue. And then I can put arrowheads on it. Oh, I can be snazzy, can't I? But you see what happens now. It goes through this point, this point, this point, this point. When you get 4 points like that, you can pretty well tell you know it's going to be this one. See? All right? Just wanted to show you that line trick. That's pretty cool.